Well, it's a good finish to the series. Obviously, anytime you get 20 runs and 21 hits, that doesn't happen very often. But it's a good way to finish the series. We were able to complete the sweep, which is never easy in college baseball. Parity is so strong. You see a lot of teams get upset all the time, and so our guys did a good job of just offensively, obviously putting up runs, big runs. We seem to have the home run seems to be the talk of our team right now, and we got some more today. But Alejandro Rosario threw good. He had a little spurt there where maybe he struggled a little bit, but he bounced back from that and was able to go through 6 innings, which is what we want. We want our starters to get deeper into the game. If they can give us 6 or 7 like we got last night, we got a chance to be really, really successful. So he did a good job. And then, of course, the other guys that came in, whether it was the pitchers out of the pen, did an excellent job. And a lot of guys played today, just about everybody. It's hard to play all 19 hitters. I know JD tried to there at the end, but we played just about all of them. A couple guys didn't get in, but the guys that came in did a good job swinging the bat. So very pleased with how we finished off the series, and now we just get ready for FAU on Tuesday.
Gino, could you go over what happened in the when you
It's a
got
violation. It's a 10-second violation on the hitter. It's just not a, I don't think if I was to poll a lot of coaches out there around the country who are not big fans of it. Of course, you could see the big leagues. It's going to be an issue there. They ring up somebody in a spring training game. I saw this morning from last night or yesterday afternoon where they ended the game, ringing the guy up and ended the game. This ended an inning where we had first and third and obviously 2 outs, so it was a big inning there at the time. The game wasn't out of reach at the time, and but he's enforcing the rule. It's not the umpire's fault. They're enforcing the rule. Now, having said that, I can't see it. I'm not clocking it. He's clocking it, so we gotta trust that he's clocking it and doing a fair job of it. I can tell you when I went into the locker room after the game, I was clocking their pitches, and their pitches were very, very close to 20 seconds with a guy at second base, and he was getting multiple signs. So it's just one of those things you have to trust the guy. It's just too quick, by the time you're done giving signs to the hitter, and then hitters try to gather themselves. They're trying to catch they're trying to breathe. They're trying to relax. Then they get into the box. It's just not a good rule for baseball, but it is a rule that we have to follow. So I did hear you asking our guys. I told them we're going to have to learn to deal with it. We knew the rule was in place. It's the first time it's been obviously affected our team. Hopefully it won't happen again. I don't get thrown out. I've never been thrown out of a game. So it's one of those things. I didn't like the timing of it. I think he's enforcing it. My outburst, if you will, was more just letting the umpires know you need to pass this along to all your supervisors that we're not fans of this, not this 10-second thing for the hitters. And the 20-second thing actually did come into play. I think last night in our favor. I think there was a ball called against the pitcher yesterday that happened. So I don't think it happened a whole lot. I only remember those 2 times over the weekend. But you're seeing quite a bit of it on social media around the country, and there's not a lot of people aren't happy about it, but it is the rule right now. Could it change in the future? Maybe, but right now it's the rule in place, so we have to deal with it.
What challenges do you expect for your team to face now heading on the road this season?
Well, no different than any other challenges. Being on the road is just, the FAU trip isn't something where we're spending the night or playing a series. It's a 1-game road trip. We went there and played this fall, so that's good news. Our guys have been to this ballpark. They played there, albeit it wasn't a crowd like it will be on Tuesday, but it was good to get on a bus, to go there, to play on that field and kind of gauge the atmosphere there. But, that remains to be seen how our team will be on the road. Hopefully we will be a good road team, because those road games, those matter in terms of points and your RPI and all those things. Those are extra if you can win on the road. That's really, really important. So for our guys, it changed the game. You're playing baseball, so you're playing on a different field. It's a mindset. You're still playing the game. Your approaches need to still be the same at the plate. Your mound, delivery, presence, all those things should not change. How you field the ball and catch the ball and run the bases, none of that changes. So it's certainly my job and the coach's job to make sure the guys understand that, which we will. But yeah, it's part of it. We got to go on the road to play, and hopefully we'll be a good road team this year.
And that environment in Gainesville, I know it's kind of looking ahead towards next weekend, but what do you expect to come out of that game for your team?
You know, I don't really want to talk about the Gators right now. My mind is on FAU. I'm not talking about the Gators. When our game is over on Tuesday, I'll be glad to talk about Florida.
Okay. How about FAU? They usually have a pretty good squad.
Very good. Yeah, and we got to see them, which is another thing too. They saw us and we saw them. They throw a lot of pitchers whenever we play them in these fall scrimmages. They throw a lot of guys, so we got some reports on that, which is good. Whereas we only throw 4 guys, I think it is 4 guys, because we play them in 12 innings. So each of our guys throw 3 innings. But we get to see a lot of their guys. So, and our coaches will do a good job with scouting reports because they've played games, so we can get up on the video and synergy and all that stuff. But FAU's always good. They got one of the top hitters in the country. Has a chance to be a first rounder, and yeah, they're always good games with FAU. They're always battles for us. So we need to play good baseball. There's no doubt. That's not a game you can go up there and not play well and think you're going to win.
And they bring a lot of fans too.
For our game, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a big stadium, but it doesn't matter. The atmosphere is a little crazy, especially people standing down the first base line. I think I've heard things there that I've never heard before, but that's fine. That's their home field, the way they have it, and so it is. I would have to say it's probably their biggest crowd of the year when they play us. Yes.
Gino, 21 hits today.
Yeah.
How important is it to know that you can get contributions up and down the entire lineup?
Well, that's what you want. You want 9 guys that can give bats like that. I mean, when I first got down, met with the team before the game, I talked about a walk, which was the first at bat of the game, 10-pitch walk by Eddie Villegas. I mean, that's a grinding at bat. That takes a lot out of a pitcher. You know, it was unfortunate we couldn't extend that. You know, the next guy comes up and swings the first pitch and rolls over a ground ball. There to short, I think it was. But, you know, you want to have 9 guys in the lineup that are really tough on the pitcher, make it difficult on the pitcher. If a pitcher's got to really work hard to get guys out, it's going to take its toll on him. Over a period of time, it's going to take its toll. Even if you're not getting hits, and I got to tell you, we hit a lot. That's 21 hits. We hit a lot of balls hard. Our outs were hard. All series, all weekend, they played their outfielders really deep. There was a lot of balls caught. They made some really good plays in the field. In the infield too, for that matter, but in the outfield, I'm thinking of it. We hit some balls hard all weekend, so it's great for us. And we're going to see better pitching. I mean, realistically, better pitching is going to be ahead of us. We know that in the conference that we play and the games that are coming up and things like that. But hitting is a confident thing, and it's a contagious thing too. So it's a good thing to have right now as we move forward into our season.
What did you notice about how Alejandro Rosario pitched in his second start? I mean, what inspired you about that kind of performance, and how has he grown mentally from last season?
Just handling himself. You know, there was an inning. I'm not sure which one it was. It was probably the third, maybe, if they gave it a couple runs. But I can't remember which it was. But, yeah, he was out there a little bit longer, threw some pitches, and, you know, you could see a little bit maybe affect him, but not a lot, not to the point where it had in the past. He worked himself through it and did an excellent job, and again was able to throw through 6 innings. His fastball obviously was good, but I think you know his breaking ball and his changeup to the lefties was very effective, and his breaking ball was very effective, and so he needs to be able to throw those pitches. He can't just rely on his fastball. His command of his fastball was a little inconsistent, erratic in that inning that he was struggling, but you know, when I got back into the dugout, I don't know what inning it was, when I got back into the locker room, he must have had a great inning because by the time I sat down in there, the inning was already over. So he must have had a really quick inning. He must have thrown strikes and gone right at guys there. So his command certainly got better as the game went on with his fastball. But all in all, just being able to throw all his pitches, that's the key.
Would you say film has helped him grow most from last season, the off season, or would you say it was just more reps about that and just going longer?
You say film?
Yeah, more like film watching, or would you say it's kind of a mix
more
of
mental? Both? I just think more talking with people and coaches and getting with people and helping him mentally. I think more than anything, because the ability's always been there. It's he's got, he's got first round stuff. He does. He's just got to be able to mentally handle himself in the right way, and he has gotten better. He still has room for improvement, there's no doubt, but he's gotten a lot better for that.
Anything else for Gino?
Good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.